This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Well, welcome, people. Welcome to Chicago. This is the TCSF podcast with Big Z. We got Ivan in the house, and we got Stevie-B.
I'm back, baby.
He's back. Oh, man. Episode 158 is brought to you by 606 Media, True Chicago sports fans, and Great Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to greatclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt and search for keyword True Chicago. Use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your order. That is TrueFan15. Get your official shirts now. You got to subscribe.
Yeah, smash that button.
Yeah, thank you. You got to smash that button. That's right. Get your notifications. Listen to us every week. Go back and listen to old episodes. And then after you're done listening to us, go listen to the No Water on the Weekend and the Tape Never Lies.
Tape Never Lies.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm literally, we're writing off the cuff.
Yeah. I mean,
we're rolling. We're rolling. It's loose and we're all fucking very hungover. You can find us at True Chi Fans, True Chicago Sports Fans on IG, 606 Media Group, Big Z _ 606 Media Group. And where can I find you?
No, you can find us at Instagram at Nowhere on the Weekend. Weekend is spelled WKND. So,
Ivan, what's your Twitter handle or X handle?
Yeah, my X handle, IvanV_TTNL. And then you could YouTube. I think we're working on the Spotify or the iTunes for the Tape Never Lies for the podcast version. But if you go on YouTube, you go onto X, you can find us there. Facebook as well. So
I still call it Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, X marks the spot.
I like X. I don't mind if you're going to call it Twitter. It's still too early to completely give it away, but
right.
It might go back to Twitter. That guy has no idea what he's doing with that fucking company.
I mean, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do anything with it. Just let anyone else run it. So.
Yeah. Ivan, how was your week?
It was actually pretty good. Went to go see the Guns N' Roses concert.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty badass. I mean, they're older, obviously, but it was still a good concert, man. It wasn't like I'm pretty sure that they kind of were reserved a little bit, I feel like, but it was a great concert. Everybody was cool. Everybody was chill. I thought it was gonna rain for a minute.
Yeah.
So like they played November Rain, and then they were playing Knocking on Heaven's Door, and we're all sitting there like waiting for it. You know what I mean? Like come on, Rain.
Like the Super Bowl when Prince played and it's Purple Rain and it started raining.
Greatest Super Bowl halftime ever. I would fight you if you told me no. But
there's no argument.
But
Beyonce. Bitch.
Fuck
Beyonce. But it was a great show, man. Great show. Cubbies are winning. Cubbies are rolling. So I'm happy too. It was a great week.
Yeah, they'll be winning. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah. Steven, how was your week?
Unemployed. So that sucks. For Guarantee Rate, and Guarantee Rate's having a horrible time right now with loans.
So what happened?
So. Okay.
Please tell the audience what happened.
So, I got tired of just jerking off at home. I had to do it at work. I'm just kidding. No. So I had to go to Downers Grove into the office, right? Well, my boss, there was a notification that popped up on my laptop at like 3:46 saying important business meeting.
Okay.
All right, cool. But then I hear in the back, like, ever since I started, there's always this guy named Mark Florence, or we could beep that out, whatever.
Fuck him.
But he's like, it's not his fault, but he's like the HR guy.
Right. Fuck him.
So as soon as I opened the Zoom call, I saw his name. I'm like, shit. And then, I got a severance package. So that was pretty cool.
Oh.
But no, it's just mortgage interest rates are like almost at 8%.
Yeah, we're going back to the 80s.
So it's bad at Guarantee Rate right now. So, and they laid off like I think 123 people like the day before I did. So
it was like one big conference call, like, you're all fired.
Yeah.
Do it in bulk. Why not?
Yeah. But the only shitty part is had me drive all the way on a Friday to Downers Grove, and then just to I was working from home Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. you couldn't give me Friday? Like, what the fuck?
And it was a conference call anyways on Zoom.
That's
so
my point.
that's so fucked up.
I'm just sitting there driving back home. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who's running that company? Jerry Reinsdorf?
Maybe close.
It's been a bad week for guaranteed rate everything.
Everything
Everything.
related to the White
Everything.
Sox is just shit right now.
So there was that, and then last night I went to a concert. I went to an emo concert.
Did you cry?
No, I never. I've heard of them. So it was the Get Up Kids and the Starting Line. So they're like one of the originals of emo before Yellow Card, Jimmy Eat World, all that kind of stuff.
If you say so.
So it was pretty
I'll
cool.
take your word for it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Sausage Fest?
No, there were some chicks there.
Daytime emo.
Yeah, yeah. It was at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yeah, I saw your
Yeah,
post.
4 o'clock, and it was really cool because the Cobra Lounge, and they actually had a frame with Pee Wee Herman behind the bar.
Nice.
Yeah,
And Cobra Lounge is cool. I mean, what is it called now? All Rise?
yeah,
Some shit like that. It's called it's All Rise Brewery.
right.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah,
I
it used to be
yeah,
Cobra
yeah.
Lounge, and they changed the name of it.
Yeah, but hey, the food was good. Me and
I haven't
Matt
had the burger.
smashed that burger. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard the burgers are really good there.
I was really hungry, so
You were hungry and emo.
yeah.
Well,
That was in my
the
feelings.
emo made him hungry.
Yeah. So that was pretty much it for me. My week. I mean, I've been taking it easy.
You've been taking it easy. Who are you?
I've been feeling like such a scumbag, but
Yeah, because you were supposed to be on last week.
yeah, but I had Cubs game.
No, that's not the reason.
And I was a little depressed too, so
Let's get to the bottom of it. Get on the couch.
I was depressed, man.
You were caught off. You were caught off guard. You were surprised about the whole getting let go, right?
Yeah, it was a real bummer. So now I don't know. I'm going to start hooking now. I guess.
mean-
in the meantime,
I mean, Pulaski's down the
You gotta
street.
do what you gotta do.
I know. Show a little leg.
Go up to Wrigleyville. You'll get paid.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, big bucks.
Yeah.
Big bucks.
Hey, man.
You want to pay? I'll play. So, but yeah, other than that, it's just been chill, hanging out. What about you, man?
So shit. I'm on a
bender. I don't think
bender.
I haven't had it. Not had a drink this whole week.
I think I haven't had a drink this whole summer.
Oh, well, that too.
But yeah, I mean, literally today's my last day of freedom. I turn myself in for my 10-month sentence every year. You know, teaching.
That sucks.
It's a 10-month sentence. So today's actually my last day of freedom. But yesterday, I literally, I was telling you guys off air. I'm like, I just literally went out for a couple beers. I'm like, I don't keep beer at home because I don't want to drink at home, and it's kind of boring. I would just fall asleep. So I go to the bar. I'm like, all right,
Go spend more money, but yeah.
my tab's only $20.
Oh well, hey, we're not all you.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
No, I get that, but not everyone has that.
I mean, when you got the Jose connections,
Right.
yeah,
it kind of just works for you.
Yeah.
yeah. I get it.
But you've been with me. Like, you're like, you've been over there. You've been over there like, your tab was nothing. I'm like, he's like, how
No,
much do I
because
give you?
that's why I put everything under your name. If I do it separately,
Oh, no,
I'm
you're-
getting full price for those
Oh,
wings,
yeah,
man.
you're getting taxed.
I already got that.
The only thing, I do pay for the food. You have to pay for the food.
Yeah, of course.
But as far as drinks, God, no. God, no. I mean, they don't listen to this podcast anyway. It's fine. I shout out to my guy, Rolando. It was his birthday. He showed up yesterday, and I haven't seen him in a couple of years. He has a restaurant over on Western and 24th. The Yuya. Sorry if I fucked up the name, but I'm going to go over there later for some hangover food.
Well, what's the hangover food?
It's Mexican food.
I'm about to go to the Puerto Rican trucks over here. Like as soon as we're done,
No, you have a good one. Go around Independence Park.
Independence Park.
That's on Irving.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
East of
Yeah.
Pulaski. It's called Snick Snacks. It's a red little food truck.
Oh, that's right. That's
Dude,
right. I know exactly what you're talking
Flame ass food. You get the mini jibaritos, and you get the combination plate with the rice, 2 pinchos, garlic bread.
about. I've always
Oh
seen
my
it.
God!
I've never gone
It is the best food truck.
I'm going through a hard time, so if you want to put an order and get it delivered here, I appreciate that.
No, they're not on Grubhub. They're not on Grubhub.
Well, there's a missed opportunity that I could present to them, and I give them a full marketing description of what they need to do to be more successful.
Work at Snick Snacks or whatever.
Yeah.
They're gonna give you a
I like
job.
give them a marketing plan, but they're like, no, here's your apron. Get to work.
Poor Maria.
This is nice and all.
Market this. Tell the customers how good the food is. That's how you're going to market it. Yeah.
I mean, all you need is Mike Yo to show up.
Yeah.
And Mike Yo shows up at your restaurant, it fucking triples your fucking business. Yesterday I did a bowling tournament.
Nice. How'd you do?
I did my average. And
147?
yeah, I did 147, 150 something. Like, I was in that range. I never went below 147.
Yeah.
4 games out at Stardust in Addison.
It's nice, right?
It
It's
is.
huge.
80 lanes.
Yeah.
Damn.
It is
huge.
80 lanes. It's got pool tables. They got a banquet downstairs.
Yep.
It's massive. And then
So if you get married, I want you to have it there.
100%, 100%. We're just gonna fucking bowl for my honeymoon. That's if I ever get married. You're right. Shit, 42. Time is ticking. It was weird because it was, I think it was 11 or 12 teams. Each team had 30 players on there. It was like they were put together. So even though it was us 4 playing against another 4 for 2 games, if we won those matches, we get those points, but those points go towards our team.
Yeah, collective points.
Yeah, collected points.
Right.
It was kind of weird, but there was like 2,000-3,000 people in there.
Holy
Damn.
crap.
It was slammed.
This is in Addison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Addison, yeah.
It's like right when you get off the expressway.
Yeah, it's right off 290.
Yeah.
It's not bad drive, but
You get off on, what is it?
50.
Trail Road? Something like that. But anyway, yeah.
I can't remember now.
Yeah, you can. You can remember. Think.
Yeah, right. We won our first 2 games, and then there was like an hour intermission.
Nice.
And then we played the next 2 games. I bowled exactly the same. Now the thing is, I didn't have my bowling ball because I just finished my summer league, and you get to order your ball. Mm-hmm. So I ordered a new Summit, and I gave him my High Road, which is my go-to ball, my baby, and so he can drill it the same way.
Right?
So I get to bowling, and I'm like, I got no bowling ball. So I had to bowl with the UC3, which is way more aggressive. So I had to figure that shit out. But I bowled like my average, so I did my job.
Gotcha.
Everyone else was bowling 80 pins below their average. So I'm like, I did my fucking job, guys.
Yeah.
I bowl first for a reason. I'm the pinch leadoff hitter.
Got to get ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll digress because I
Yeah.
remember something about bowling. So
ahead,
I
go
had
ahead.
bowling this week at Diversity. Wednesday night, the power went out for a split second, and I'm like, it's going to get really hot in here.
Yeah.
It didn't. It came back on. The AC worked, thank God. But Thursday, I noticed the oil was still humid in there. The oil was not sticking to the ball. You couldn't. Your ball was just sliding right through. It was so humidity.
Anytime it gets hot, the oil stays on top.
Right, and it just glides.
Yep.
It doesn't do anything. So first 2 games, I was doing okay, but I would throw my spin, but it wouldn't like hook.
No.
So the 3rd game, I was sweating, so I wipe it and I start rubbing it on my ball.
The bowling ball, right?
I bowled 208. I got a turkey. I was like getting everything, and every single time I felt like a pitcher, right? Like I'm like, is this illegal? Like, like you're gonna check my hands. Check my hands.
Vaseline and shit.
Check my hands, and I'm like rubbing it, and I also had pomade in my hair, and I'm like, this is gonna work, and I'm like doing it. And I'm like, I finally after like the 3rd strike, I'm like, Sean, I think my product in my sweat is actually gripping the ball. He goes, no, it's not. I go up there, fucking strike.
Hey.
I'm ham bone, and I'm like, this is great. But I'm like, I was doing it the whole time, and I got 208.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My last game, I didn't have no strikes. It was literally
Spare.
eight spare, all the way through the 7th frame. I'm like, I'm throwing the ball perfectly, and it just would leave 2 pins every single time.
Yeah. That's how it was at Diversity. It's always 9s. But when in doubt, the moral of the story is push your sweat.
Yeah, or hair product.
Yeah.
One of the guys, so it was me, Louis, Marty, and Eric. And Louis is a big gambler for bowling. So he puts in all the pots. And I was like, you know what? I'll throw $40 into this, 20-20. And I'm like, I'm done. After intermission, there's like, oh, we're doing a raffle. We're doing a ball raffle. And we're doing a strike pot. they pull the name for they pull the number for the bowling ball. It's one of the guys that we bowling with at Waveland. He was bowling next to us. He wins a fucking ball. He just won another ball 3 weeks ago at Waveland.
Wow.
I'm
What
like,
are the odds?
What are the fucking odds? And then they do the strike thing, and they pick some random dude, and he misses the strike. So he only gets half of the pot. The pot was $2,040.
Wow.
So because he missed the strike, he only gets half. The next number they pick was Marty. And he only bought tickets because I decided not to buy tickets because I was right behind Louis. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. So he was right behind Louis and bought tickets, and he wins $1,020. I was like, son of a bitch.
Man, I thought I was having a horrible week, but yeah.
I mean, I was happy. He's my teammate. He's a good friend, whatever.
But you secretly want that money.
100% I want $1,000 in cash.
I really do need that too.
Don't gotta fucking report that to the IRS or nothing. That's fucking
Wait, you have to report stuff to the IRS?
You're supposed to.
Eesh.
Let them come.
They got more problems to deal with than just your
There's
$1,000.
bigger fish out there.
Yeah, you know, Trump is 6'5" and 220 pounds, right? Besides that, that's pretty much it. Like just getting ready. Monday's orientation for teachers, and I get my ID and my laptop and all that.
It's
shit.
your first day.
It is. Funny enough, I went last week because I thought it was. I went Wednesday, 7:30 in the morning. I showed up.
Yeah, that's why I thought you.
Yeah, so did I. And then apparently there was another email that said the new dates and time, and I didn't see it because I haven't been checking my email because I'm not in work mode. And I showed up all fucking like book bag, fucking energy drink. They're like, yeah, there's nothing going on today. I'm like, I looked at the email like, oh.
Didn't you feel stupid?
I did, but I ended up spending most of the morning at my old school in Bellwood and hanging out with the guys there. So it wasn't, And then I went to Marshall's and bought lots of cool shit that was super cheap.
Nice.
I love Marshall or Ross.
Oh, okay.
Either one.
Yeah,
I fucking love there. I can like that's therapeutic for me. Just go aisle by aisle and just checking shit. Like, oh, look at this gem, $12 for this Nike shirt. Thank you very much.
hey.
But I can't spend fucking retail on like $50 on a Nike shirt. I can't do that.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's expensive.
It is. Yeah.
It's a lot.
All right, I think we're ready to talk some sports.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. So let's start off with the Cubbies.
The north side.
The north side. What's going on the north side? Because I know you guys have technically the easiest schedule.
Oh, we're coming on the last part, but the last week, I would say, Ivan Wright is going to be a challenge because you're away, right?
I mean, your last two games are with the Brewers. We talked about that last week.
Yeah,
and
Brewers and Atlanta.
And Atlanta's not going to lay down because I know you guys took it from Atlanta the last time, and
Right.
I don't think it's going to be that easy now.
No, I don't think so either. I think that's the biggest part. I mean, there's 30-something games left, I believe?
32.
Yeah, 32. God, I'm good. I'm on the money. But again, it's been great. It's been fun. They're taking series, right, Ivan?
Mm-hmm.
They're 7-3 in their last 10 games, 68-61. 4 games back of the Brew Crew. The Pirates are going to be a tough team. They're going to play spoiler. All these teams that are out of it are starting to play spoiler.
Right.
Like when you were the Mets, who are fucking hot trash, they're going to play spoiler. The Pirates, the Cardinals, the Reds are hot again.
Yeah, they are. They're coming back. They're what, four games back, I believe? 4 games back from.
They're 1 game behind you guys.
Yeah.
So 5, yeah. So, I mean, but still, they won again last night. So right now you got today at 12:35 when we're recording. You got the Pirates, and then you got 3 against the Brew Crew at home. So that should be a great series to watch. And then you got 4 against the Reds.
Yeah.
4 against the Reds right after that. And then the thing is like the way that the Cubs have been playing, and you got to give it up. You got to give it up for Seiya Suzuki coming back after getting essentially replaced. Seiya has been hitting the shit out of the baseball as of late. He had a triple yesterday. He also had a double, which and 3 RBI. So, like Seiya Suzuki to me has been the reason why this Cubs team, as of late, has been able to have this extra offensive boost, like having him, and then. Obviously, Cody Bellinger just continues to do what Cody Bellinger's been doing all year long, man.
Belly bombs, belly
RBIs, belly, double, belly triple. He's doing it all. I think he definitely deserves a contract consideration after the end of the season. Like, I mean, I would sincerely put him as a priority over say over Shohei, only in the sense that it would add or it would keep a part of your team that like internally it would keep that momentum together, that mojo together. So I would put him before anybody else right now. But the Cubs, dude, like like Steven was saying, man, everything that they do right now, it just seems like it's right.
They're clicking.
Yeah,
they're on all cylinders.
My only concern is your starting pitching.
Yes. Okay. Starting pitching does concern me
because the professor, it looks like he's done.
He's getting hit hard.
Yeah, because he's throwing soft.
Exactly, and a lot of I don't want to hear any excuses where it's like, oh, he's just off with his mechanics. I was like, dog, there was like 2.5 years where he was off with his mechanics. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to figure it out. And I do love him when he's on. When he's on fire, he's one of the best pitchers in the league. But if he's not, he's getting hit really hard because his pitches are just floating right over the zone. So I would say I would be concerned with the starting pitching. I'm not concerned with the bullpen.
No, the bullpen's been pretty good.
But with this guy, they brought up Jordan Wicks yesterday, and he looked after that. I was showing Steven, like, after those first 3 batters, it was lights out.
It was nerves.
I guess, yeah, you could call it nerves. I guess you could chalk it up to nerves. I just, even the pitches that he did throw, it looked good, and then it would get hit hard, right? The home run to keep Ryan Hayes, he walks the guy, and then Reynolds hits another ball, a double, really hard, up the middle. But after that, strikes out the side to come back, only gives up a run, and then pretty much shuts down everybody else until he leaves. I think he had 7 in a row put out at one point, and then finished with 9 Ks. Like, if you could get that, where a young guy who's not necessarily phased by it, like he didn't look phased after they talked to him on the mound. If you could get that for this pennant push, that'll be fucking gold for the Cubs.
No, I agree. Like, having that shot in the arm from somebody that's coming up,
right?
And the conversation on the mound was, hey kid, we brought you up because you're doing so well down there. Do what you're doing down there. Do it here. Don't worry about anything else. Just fucking pitch and don't think. Just pitch, and you get your results of 9 Ks. And I was telling you off air, like, the White Sox game was a blowout, and then I switch over to the Cubs. I'm like, oh, it's a blowout too. No reason to watch. I get to the bar, like, oh, yeah, they almost lost that game. I was like, holy shit, what happened? They're like, oh, the bullpen.
Yeah,
it happens. But
I mean, that's baseball.
It is baseball. I mean,
they had a 10-run lead, so I could kind of look past it. Like, all right, you had a bad night, but good thing it was a bad night when we had a 10-run lead.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not a bad night when we're up 2 in the bottom of the 9th or in the top of the 7th or whatever it may be, and you blow a set. You give up 6 runs.
Right.
Like, I'd rather have that.
I mean, the Cubs are one of the most prolific offenses this year.
Yeah.
They're like top 10. And just looking at the last couple of games, I mean, you're putting up 7 runs, 8 runs, 6 runs.
What's the min is like 5, I think.
But
average.
I mean, you did lose 2-1, so that's concerning because those are the games you need to win. Those 1-run games it's because when you get to the playoffs, it's going to be all about pitching.
Yeah,
and you got to win these one games. So that's something that concerns me along with your starting pitching. Someone who's having a quiet year is Swanson.
Yeah, you
don't hear his name. I mean, he's solid. He's solid at shortstop. He's not. He's a staple there. Nothing gets past him. He makes all the correct plays, but you're not hearing his name. Like, we talk about Bellinger and we talk about all these other guys.
Morale.
I mean, he's doing. He's
got Swanson numbers.
He's got good. He's got solid numbers. I mean, the reason why they brought him in. I mean, it wasn't for him to go hit 35 home runs.
No.
At shortstop, it was because he's probably one of the best. Not probably. He is one of the best defensive shortstops in the game.
Right.
And, if you think about 2016, we put 5 in the infield into the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Our entire infield was starting in the All-Star game.
Right.
The defense is a huge factor for any team that's going to want to make a push for a title or even, a playoff run. Dare I say a title, but definitely a playoff run. You got to be able to,
Right.
Yeah.
What's going on with your boy Ian Happ?
Ian, I mean, he kills Pittsburgh.
He does.
Like he kills Pittsburgh.
Well, now you know. Now I know where to trade him.
Yeah, right. But I think Ian will be fine. It's rough because you need that him to produce. He's one of your bigger bats. He's in the middle of the lineup. But I think he'll be fine. It is concerning because it's later in the year and you need him to do it now. But look what he did. I mean, he's been last couple games. Maybe this Pittsburgh visit gets him back on track.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree with that one.
It's a streaky kind of thing. You guys DFA'd somebody.
We did?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The catcher.
Tucker Barnhart.
Oh, but Tucker Barnhart, yeah.
Tucker Barnhart got DFA'd, which I thought he was going to be a contributor. I really did. And then, he just never got on track. Never got really settled, never had any type of big game or streak or anything like that. And
Didn't you have him batting leadoff too?
No.
Who's batting leadoff for you guys?
I'm
it's
drawing a
Horner.
blank. Yeah, there you go.
Is it Horner?
Horner leads off typically.
I thought they
Yeah,
had
or
some-
the guy from Naperville.
Oh, Talkman.
Talkman,
There you go.
yes.
Talkman, yeah.
He's I was like, I know there's a weird name that's at the top of your lineup. I'm like, who? Why is he?
I never understood why he
Palatine.
or Palatine. There you go. Somewhere in the burbs.
Yeah.
That's not Chicago. It's burbs. So
I'm from Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah, and then now you're putting up the young kid behind the plate. How's he doing?
Miguel Amaya's doing fine. I mean, that's the reason why they got rid of him. Like, that's where they didn't have any reason to keep three catchers at this point. Barnhart wasn't doing anything, particularly great. Amaya, they're just going to go ahead and let him go. Let the young kids hit. Let the young kids play.
Everything I've seen from that kid has been great. Like he can call a good game. He's pretty good defensively.
Jan Gomes has been the biggest.
Oh my God.
Right, yeah.
Huge for us because picking him up last year, I didn't think it was going to be it.
No, you're like
Jan Gomes, like is this going to be like right off into the sunset type of thing? Like, what's going on? But no, Jan Gomes he's been a huge contributor with
He's
the
been
bat.
a leader
yeah,
too in the clubhouse.
Huge leader with the pitching rotation. Huge leader with the bat. Like, the guy's been doing a great job overall. I like our catching platoon with him and Amaya.
Anything else on the Cubs?
I do gotta say that I have the Marquee Network.
You
app
bought
on my
it?
phone. I did buy it.
How much is it?
$20. But here's a kicker though. So all the smart TVs don't have the app. So you physically have to throw it from your phone to the TV, but then it pauses every once in a while and it freezes, because you have to keep tapping your phone. So I'm like, man, this sucks.
So you can't watch porn and the Cubs at the same time.
Well, I got to go on Safari for one of them and then throw it on the corner on my iPhone. That's how it works. I figure it out.
Okay, no, I mean,
there's a will, there's a way.
I have the Fire cubes.
The
on
stick?
I do have smart TVs, but I've always had the cubes. It's on there. It says, "Hey, Marquee, you can now have this on."
I gotta check it again, but
yeah, the TVs are not going to update. They're not going to update that for a while.
right.
But yeah, it's on the cube. So if people have a Fire Cube, Fire Stick, whatever, it is on there. You can watch Marquee and won't have that Steven problem.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, if you want to try out that theory with Safari and the app in the corner, feel free. Let me know if that works for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for I think for the Cubs. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens, see what else they're gonna do. I know this week is gonna be interesting. So I'm trying to catch a day game now that I don't have a job. So
Oh yeah, because you'll be working the corners. You might as well.
damn,
You and
I'm
Ronnie-
already down there.
You and Ronnie Woo Woo.
Yeah. It's funny because in 2005 he was always wearing his WhiteSox stuff.
Well, he's.
And then-
I was like, get out of my stadium, bro. Go back to the north side. That's your thing. Go stay over there. Don't come over here, man. With your woo. No, bro. Get out of here.
Travel, man. You gotta travel. You gotta work both sides of town.
Yeah. Late night.
Stevie Woo. Let's go, man.
Yeah, woo woo.
Oh man. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll talk about the miserable White Sox. We'll
Yeah,
be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride, so do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
What up? It's Martin Moreno, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Big Z. We got Stevie-B, and we got Ivan in the house. It's time to talk about the miserable White Sox.
White Sox, White Sox, go, go, White Sox. Let's go, go, go.
I love it how you guys are into it.
Ivan and I are like putting our fists in the air, chanting it.
Yeah,
You
we're
guys are
cheering for
fist pumping over here like it's Jersey Shore and shit.
Oh my God.
I really wanted to call Ivan when all this news broke. I'm like, I need to do an emergency podcast, but I was way too emotional and way too pissed off. I don't think it would have been a good podcast. It would have been nothing but bitching.
I think also you didn't call me. I'm not offended, but I'm just saying I would have been gloating so much.
Well, you were in your emo mode, so I didn't want to bother you either.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it's been a fucked up week for the White Sox. Last Sunday, Han was asked about his future. And he's like, well, I got one more year, and, we're trying to, go productive and see what we can do in the future, whether it's me or someone else. He literally hinted that he was not going to be here. On Monday, the White Sox are exploring relocation. They're talking about going to Nashville.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is going to happen.
I kind of like the idea.
No, fuck no.
The Nashville White Sox doesn't ring a bell for
No,
me.
it doesn't.
They would have to change. They would have to be a new team.
Nashville wants a baseball team, but they want their own team. They don't want a relocation. They don't want the Athletics. They don't want the White Sox. They want their own actual team.
Come on, we'll give them to half off.
No, there's too much history because the White Sox are one of the original teams. So that's not going to change. MLB's not going to let you do that. That's been explored because, they're looking at a possible location. You have Jerry Reinsdorf, who's been buying land around the United Center left and right. I always wanted the White Sox to be right across from the Bulls. You have a nice skyline, make the outfield right behind the skyline. It looks very pretty. It look nice. I think it's a good location. It's easy to get to, and it's also right by my house.
Yeah.
It's 8 blocks away.
if that would be the most logical relocation, in my opinion.
But what's the whole point of relocating? Getting into a ballpark?
They don't own the ballpark.
Oh. Yeah. Well, that's right.
They have no. That's just naming rights. I think it's owned by a park district and somebody else. So they have a sweetheart deal. So if they make their attendance numbers, then they have to pay, and if they don't pay.
And they never make their numbers.
They never make numbers.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah. I was like, wait. I mean, our attendance is about 23 to 24,000 a game.
Oh, really?
On average.
On maybe a weekend.
No, it's average for the whole year. That's what they average.
That's fucking nice. The numbers don't seem right to me.
No.
There's a lot of blue seats out there for those numbers.
They're green. They're green, sir.
Are they?
Yeah, they're green.
Are they green?
They haven't been blue since the World Series, bro.
Oh, well then, see, there you go.
There's 2 blue seats left in the ballpark. Scott Pasenik and the Paul Konerko home runs. Those are the only 2 seats that are blue.
Have you sat in them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bet you have.
Of course. Just like my fandom, it's starting to fade. So yeah, they're talking about relocation. I mean, they got 6 years left on their lease, kind of like where the Bears are. They have time on their lease, right. So why not partner up with the Bears? Make it a big fucking complex.
Put the White Sox in the burbs. Throw them out there.
I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that whatsoever.
Why? The seasons are not. First of all, the White Sox are not in the postseason, so you're not going to have both games going on. So why not have them both there?
I don't like the idea of a baseball football mix. Like I think if you want to have baseball, basketball, like
there's a lot of cities that have
hockey,
that.
Whatever, that's cool. But like for some reason, I just don't like the baseball football field mix because you got to have dirt. Like there's always going to be that dirt patch.
No. I'm not saying they share a facility. I'm saying they share the area. So like if they go to Arlington Heights, when they make their complex, here's your Bears Stadium with the dome, whatever. Next to it, put the ballpark for the White Sox.
There's other places, that do that already.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Dallas does that.
But then they'll still be paying taxes to the Bears. They'll be paying
you'd
have to rent.
Yeah, you'd be paying the Bears. So what?
I mean,
I think having your own stadium would probably benefit both teams, like especially with revenue. Like the Sox would have the money to where they couldn't cry broke. Like they couldn't throw $300 million at a superstar or 400, whatever the fuck it's gonna be.
No, it's literally like what's his name? Wirtz, the old man Wirtz. That's with the Blackhawks. He wouldn't spend money. He's like, I don't give a shit with the team. I don't want him on TV.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Jerry Reinsdorf is. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna collect checks.
I like the idea of them being next to the Bulls. Like you own both teams. God, I hate that, but you own both teams, and it. Like you said, the skyline view, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful view from the field. Even Detroit has a beautiful skyline behind them. It's just like you said, it makes sense, and that's probably why it won't happen.
Right, and there'd be more.
That's exactly
there
why.
would be more to do around the ballpark. You know what I mean?
You can build it up, right?
Yeah, you can build it up.
I mean, you already got the West Loop right there. All the bars on Madison, and you can just build it up around there because there's a lot of those lots that just stay unused most of the year.
That's for sure.
Yeah. We're on. That's Monday.
But I do want them to go to Nashville. Sorry,
they're not going to Nashville, bro. Nashville.
I was right by a lot of things this year.
Nashville,
Okay,
Nashville already came out and said they don't want the White Sox.
I'm going to put it in the world. Okay,
fuck you and your world. On Tuesday,
cut my life into pieces.
Oh boy! On Tuesday, Jerry Reinsdorf laid down the hammer, the gauntlet. Hahn and Williams were fired.
About time.
Let's say it was about 5:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That shit came out of nowhere.
Like my job.
They were both on the field.
When they
Pre-game,
got fired?
yes. Pre-game.
Why did that happen that way?
There's been
Jerry. Is Jerry bipolar?
Or he's going senile.
He just decided. Right now, after 15 years of not doing the right thing and getting rid of the fat up in the
Williams was with the organization for over 20 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But everybody's been calling for Kenny's head for 15 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
After
the World Series.
After the World Series, he didn't do shit.
No. What? Old man Manny Ramirez, old man Ken
Griffey.
Jr., old man, who else was there?
Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn. Come on. It was you. The guy just seems to me like he decides things on a whim. And I know he's more calculated than that, but sometimes it just seems like it's we're just going to do this right now because I decided to. We're going to hire Tony La Russa as a consultant because I decided to right now. I think that's a good idea. Boom.
Oh my God. I'm trying to word this correctly. He is, and I'm talking about Jerry Reinsdorf. He's always been a fan, and we talk about the relocation. He won't do it because he was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, and his heart broke when they left.
Yeah, he always says that.
Right, that's his big thing. So I don't think it's going to happen now. He's always been loyal to a fault. You have inept people, and what you ended up doing is moving them up. Same thing with the Bulls, right? You had Garpax. Oh, they suck. All right, move them up. I don't understand that. Steven didn't get a promotion.
No,
he got fired.
Yeah, and I do great work.
Could you imagine? Steven, you've been doing terrible here lately. We're gonna
Vice
go
president.
ahead and lift you up. We're gonna spot you one.
I'm like, thank you, sir. No,
and not that Steven was doing terrible at his job.
We don't
That's
know.
not what I said. I don't know, but
We don't know that.
Yeah.
He's over here
I
on
wasn't.
Zoom with his cock out. I don't know.
Were you on Zoom?
Yeah, I was waving it around like a flag, windmilling it. So happy that the White Sox are on this like tremendous downhill.
Crazy that you were so thrown off by the fire.
It's cold in here, okay?
He's like, the White Sox got fired. Woo! Han was essentially a puppet. And that's something that I've alluded to many times on this podcast, where I said that he is just a name because Williams got moved up. And Han was a puppet. He literally had his hands handcuffed when he wanted to do anything because he had to report to Williams. So when you want to do a rebuild, now we know that the rebuild was really Williams. Now we know that Jerry Reinsdorf said, I want Torrey Wilson to coach and fire fucking Ricky. Ricky's boys don't quit. Yes, he was a horrible manager in the playoffs, but the kids played hard for him. He was a father figure for them. Look at where we're at now. We have Grafal, who is worse than Robin Ventura as a coach. And that's saying a lot.
I mean, and it's year one, you know? Like year one.
I don't
When you proclaim we're going to play fundamental baseball, we're going to play hard, we're going to play the right way, and then they don't do any of those things? How is this guy still managing the White Sox?
I don't think he is after this season.
He doesn't put the lineups together. I can guarantee you this. He does not put the lineups together. And I don't think he knows what he's doing. Every press conference, he's over like, oh yeah, the guys played hard. He didn't have his stuff. He got fucking shelled for 12 runs. What do you mean he didn't have his stuff? Like, that's the type of stuff that just drives me wild with the White Sox. Is like, it's inept. It's like, well, I guess we'll just keep rolling with it. No, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Han made some trades, quote unquote, at the trade deadline. Williams got a call from the manager. What was it? I can't pronounce her name. Her last name is NG.
From the Marlins.
The Marlins. She's the GM.
Yeah.
So she was White Sox in the front office. And she went over there. She called Williams. She didn't call Han. She's like, hey, I want this player. And they're like, no, we'll give you Burger. And I want this pitcher. How do you?
It's going over someone's
Kim
head.
Ning.
Kim Ning.
Yeah, it's
NG,
NG.
right?
I think it's Ning.
Ning, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do that if I put you in charge of purchasing and then I go make a big purchase and you're like, you just fucked up all my numbers and all my budget? Like, how do you do that? Berger was literally the only fucking guy hitting at some point.
And then, what was it, the other day? He had a game where he won the game for them.
Yeah. He had two of those.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
awesome.
he's been hitting home runs. And they already have a burger special for him down there.
That's pretty cool. That's a nice burger.
How do you not market this kid? Comeback story after two blown Achilles heels. He blew out two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Great comeback story. The kid's fucking hitting. Everyone loves him. We want to see him play. Yes, he wasn't that great at third base as far as defense, but the kid hustled. And then you trade him, the heart and soul of the team.
He's a DH. I mean, to me, Berger was going to be a good DH.
He got really good at third base.
Yeah, and second base too. He did as best as he could with second base. Like, and I'm not saying because he's not talented, but he's just not a second baseman.
He's not a second baseman.
And you had, it seemed to me like you had all these like square pegs and you're trying to fit them into round holes, and then even still with Eloy, like
we have 7 DHs on our team.
Yeah, exactly. You got so many DHs on the team, and then I just don't understand the thought process of what they did as far as getting rid of Berger and not even going ahead and trying to find out what Moncada was worth, not trying to find out what Eloy was.
Well, Moncada wasn't worth anything because of his back. He literally just got healthy this week.
But Eloy, like,
Eloy, I would have traded him for a bag of hot chips.
Exactly, but not even that. Like, he was, during the break, like right before the break, he was hitting pretty decent, enough to where you could be like, hey, look, he's healthy. You could market like he's finally healthy. Like, give me this player, and this player. You could have probably got 3 minor, prospects.
Yeah, easily
for Eloy.
3 double A's.
Three double A's, or you package them for a a bench guy or like a utility guy, and then like one of their major assets. But to me, it just was a lack of, like you said, incompetence, or just a lack of understanding what they were as a team. And on top of that, micromanagement from Kenny. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. So so I watch a lot of the White Sox pre and post game, and they had and I have I think I have the video here. Let's see, probably do. Cap alluded to it. One of the guys that does he's part of the pre and post game for the White Sox. Cap was on field. So he's telling the story. He was on field, and I guess the kid, I don't say kid because he's younger than me, criticized what the White Sox were doing, especially Kenny Williams. He calls Cap over. Come over here. Who the fuck is this guy, whatever. Doesn't pronounce his name right. He's like, are you talking about old boy? He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't like him talking about this. Just let him know that I'm fucking in charge and I'm still here. Sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's what Kenny said?
Kenny said that to Cap. Kenny said that to Cap. And then he went on the White Sox podcast. This guy, I can't remember his name on top of my head because I've been fucking still a little inebriated.
I think we all are. I'm getting better though. Put down the vodka.
He went on the White Sox podcast and told the exact same story, that he told Cap to call him, and he called him, and like Kenny berated him over the phone. He's like, why are you bitching at me? I'm on TV, I'm on podcast. My job is to criticize what is happening with the team.
Right.
Your job is to make the team better. You're vice president of baseball operations, whatever the fuck your title is. Why are you worried about me? I'm nobody. And that's the type of ego that Kenny had. Stay out of White Sox business. If you can't take the criticism, don't be in his job.
Kenny needed the control.
Oh yeah.
Kenny just needed because you put somebody in as a GM, right? As a VP or what is it? Whatever VP of baseball. Yeah. Your job is something else. Your job is entirely something else.
Right.
The way I see it is, like you said, he was Rick Hahn was a patsy. He was a puppet, and he always had this leash connected to Kenny Williams. And it's like, why would you sit there for years and continue this, Rick? Like,
he couldn't leave.
Like,
he tried to quit 4 times.
No shit.
He tried to quit 4 times, and Jerry Reinsdorf told him, "Well, if you quit, you still have to honor your contract, so you won't be working. You might as well keep working here."
That makes sense.
He wanted to quit when they hired Tony La Russa, because he wanted, is it Brandon? No, what's the manager for the Tigers?
AJ Hinch.
AJ Hinch. He was going after him. And Jerry said, nope, it's going to be Tony La Russa. And he tried to resign. And he's like, nope, you still got years on your contract, and you're going to have to honor it. You won't be working anywhere.
Now, let's be honest. Can he not work anywhere else if he gets out of his contract? I think that's all hardball.
No, you can't. If you're on a contract with a team, you try to quit, you have that contract for baseball, you still have to honor it.
Okay.
Let's see. I got a couple clips. Let's see if we can hear these, and then we can react on them.
Than me, I spent 4 years here as a player,
Scott
and
Pacetic.
I understand and appreciate the passion of these fans. They are all in. I've played at a lot of other cities, and this was one. Obviously, we won the series there in 2005, but they're in it with the players, and they deserve a better product out on the field. That has been here the last few years, and I think Jerry made his decision thinking about the fans and wanting to make steps to put a better product out on the field. They deserve better.
Yeah, 05 was a long time ago, buddy.
No, that's nothing to do with it.
I know. I'm just being funny.
Yeah, I mean, he's telling you what his perspective of Jerry Reinsdorf is. I don't really think that was it. I think that with the pitcher Middleton, who got traded to the Yankees and let everything out, all the dirty laundry. He's like, there's no leadership. Guys do whatever the fuck they want to do. There's clicks. No one tells us to practice. No one tells us to do warm-ups. We just do whatever the fuck we want.
I believe that.
Right. Well, obviously, because you see the product on the field. It's shit. So when that got aired out and that became national news, we're making news for the fucking wrong reasons. And that got aired out. He got embarrassed. And that's why he was having internal meetings the week before, everybody got fired. Bob Nightingale's connected. And if he says something on Twitter or X or whatever, you know it's gospel. So I think he was more embarrassed, and he's like, you guys give me bad press. You got to go.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Because it's just so like Jerry Reinsdorf, right? Like it's just so like Jerry Reinsdorf to do everything with the Rick Hahn, pretty much blackmailing him to stay. The constant loyalty with Kenny Williams, even when it was long known that Kenny should have been done and fired
after 08.
Yeah. Like, you continue to do this, but like the craziest part is like you weren't embarrassed 2 years ago. You weren't embarrassed last year. You weren't embarrassed. You weren't embarrassed after, like you said, after 08. You weren't embarrassed then. Your team hasn't been great.
No.
At all.
No.
Like since that World Series win, like you've had
studs.
You've had a couple of nice games, right? Blackout games, shit like that.
Yeah.
A couple of nice little games. You had the what's it, Cornfield, the Field of Dreams game. That was nice. Yeah, you had nice little
Tim
moments.
Anderson got that what was it, walk-off home run?
Yep.
That was great.
Yeah, nice moments.
Yeah.
Your team as a whole sucked.
Yeah.
And if you got guys just walking around a clubhouse and you're not a team and you got cliques and do whatever the fuck you want, that's just, it's not professional, bro.
Graveman alluded to that before he got traded.
Right. It's
last
not
year.
Professional, bro.
He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
You don't know who the closer is. You had Liam and then you had him. Like, why? I didn't understand. Why would you have two closers? Graveman is not an eighth inning guy. It made no sense to trade for him. You got Nicky two strikes for it, but there was no reason to trade for Graveman. Yes, he was a hot pitcher at that point, but we didn't need him. It's just every single move makes no sense with the White Sox. Let's see, I got another clip here.
So USA Today's Bob Nightingale reports that Jerry Reinsdorf has been conducting several interviews the past few weeks internally, trying to get to the bottom of what's happened, and today dropping the hammer, obviously, with this news. As for who might replace Rick Hahn, Nightingale tweeted this tonight after the news. If the White Sox stay internal for a GM, Chris Getz is a leading candidate. He's in charge of player development in the minor leagues. That is one possibility, but the way that it's been said in the press release, they're going to put it in charge of, like, one person is going to do this job. The question is Chris, does he have the experience to do this? Because it's a big, big job, and that's what I don't know.
That's a bigger job of managing.
Yeah.
You got to be aware for everything. You know what I mean? Players development, deal with the owner, deal with the manager, it's not an easy job. Everybody go, I'm here. No, it's a job.
Would you want to see someone with experience as a GM?
Common sense.
To be in that
Depend
role?
where they want to go. You say, okay, we're going to try to compete next year. Oof, the guy had to put the glove on and start swinging.
Yeah.
I mean, Ozzy's been criticizing his team, honestly. Yeah, and I love it.
Since he's been on the
NBC.
show.
Yeah, and it's great. But why would you want to promote somebody within, especially Chris Getz, who wasn't a good player? He was a utility player at best. He's in charge of player development. Who he hasn't developed anybody. Everybody that's on the major league team, we've either got through trade or someone else developed them.
I don't even see a lot of people get called up.
No, we had some calls, but he hasn't developed anybody. Eloy was a trade. Robert was a signing from Cuba. So was Abreu. Moncada was a trade. Tim Anderson is probably the last guy that came up through our system that we drafted and came up. Giolito was a trade. Cease was a trade. Who the fuck did you develop?
Nobody.
You have no track record of developing anybody. We have one of the worst minor league systems, and you're gonna put his name out there he's gonna be the next guy?
Do you think anyone wants the job?
Yes. It's a premier job. It's a premier job.
It's premier because it's in Chicago.
Right. True,
but I mean, if you know what's going on with
if they tell you you're the guy and you're only answering to me to the owner, that I'm telling you right now, Jerry Reinsdorf is not living 6 years. He's not going to live out that contract with at the stadium. And it's already been said that his son doesn't want it. Michael Reinsdorf just wants to run the Bulls and doesn't want nothing to do with the White Sox. when this old man dies, they're selling that team.
Yeah, I think that team's going somewhere else. I think it's going to go corporate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like Chicago, like Tribune owned the Cubs for a while.
Oh, that was a horrible time for you guys.
Yeah.
The Tribune, you guys, it was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was that Sammy Sosa era. You had good players, but you guys never did anything.
No, 90s were terrible. I mean, you had the home run chase.
Right.
That was pretty much it.
Well, that was MLB just letting people juice.
Yeah.
Bring back the fans. But it just makes no sense to continue to do the same shit that doesn't work. Look at the Bulls. Look exactly what the Bulls did. Keep hiring fucking old people, old players, or old people that you know. Keep moving them up. Keep moving them up.
Father like son. So,
it's about winning. Massive change had to happen. It happened here today.
I expect more.
You expect more change?
Yes.
And what do you mean by that?
I take more people from the front office. I don't know anything about the field. I don't know anything about the field. But I expect more from front office people.
Yeah, because there were people who were hired by Rick Hahn
and Kenny.
If there's a new person coming in, he or she is going to want to put their stamp and their system in there. So this is just the start.
Here's the problem. While it may be a premier job, you're not going to be able to get a top tier person. Everyone's like, oh, we'll get Theo. Theo was running fucking MLB. He's not leading.
Theo is not leading any more teams anywhere.
The only way he's going to go to a team if he has ownership. And Jerry's not going to do that. Jerry's not going to give him. He didn't do that shit for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Why would he do that for Theo? So Theo's not coming. Dombrowski over there with the Phillies, he would have to be, he would have to move up because he's a GM over there. And he's got like 2 or 3 years left on his contract. So the only way he can leave his contract if it's a promotion. So you have to be vice president of baseball operations or some shit like that. Some kind of bullshit title. What was her name? Mia
Kim Ning.
Kim Ning. She's the GM over there. So she would have to take a promotion. But that's someone that already was in a system. Like, you need somebody from Tampa, from Houston, from the Dodgers, a proven organization that's there to win. And they're not going to do that. This team is so cheap on the way they run shit, and it's so embarrassing that the only way people go to the game is because there's fucking giveaways.
And food. The food's pretty good.
The food's fucking amazing.
I'll say that. The concessions are really, really good.
What is his name?
Put that person in charge.
No, he does a great job. I forgot his name. I can't think of names today. But yeah, the person that's in charge of the promotions and shit like that, amazing.
I'm sorry you don't have that job. I know you'd kill it.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you for the vote of confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the clips I have. It's just embarrassing because you lose to Oakland.
Yeah.
After this, like, where is the fight in this team?
You're just cashing checks at this point.
Right. Top to bottom.
Even Cease has been just horrible. Cease has been horrible since the trades. You lost your best friends. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to fucking be here either.
Dude, it's a shitty time to be a White Sox, like anything right now. I don't understand how you allow there to be such fracturing in the clubhouse, especially like if you're the GM, if you're the manager. You guys don't see this? Like,
the casual fan sees this.
Like, are you blinded to this? Why is there a constant denial and like almost like we have to have this veil put up in front of us, because if we drop the veil, everybody will know. It's like, we already know.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right, exactly.
He's not doing anything illegal.
Right, Jose Abreu called this shit. Mm-hmm. Like, he knew it, and I'm happy for that. Jose is gone.
Yeah.
And left that situation because you had a leader. Your leader was there in Jose, and nobody was listening to Jose.
No, they were like, "Oh, he's not a vocal leader." You don't have to be a vocal leader. I go out there with one leg. I'm playing first base and running hard.
I'm sure Jose said. I'm sure he had to have said something at a certain point.
But yeah.
You saw how fast he made that decision to leave when
He's
he
like,
had
nope.
the opportunity.
Look what happened with Berger. I've never had this much fun.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Wow.
His first day there. I've never had this much fun playing baseball. Talk about a fucking shot.
Yeah, that's a big FU.
That's to your whole organization.
To the whole organization.
Yeah.
Right. That's saying a fuck you without saying fuck you. Look at Lance Lynn.
Look at Joe Kelly.
Four fucking wins, sub 2 ERA. All they did was tell him, stop throwing this fucking cutter that you're throwing. Stop doing that. How? We talked about this last week. Like, how do you have a shitty analytics team? I mean, it's just numbers. Like, fucking hire Amazon. That's what they fucking do. You hear that shit during the NFL season. Analytics by Amazon.
Yeah, they got the system.
Right. Hire fucking somebody. Like, everything has to be like secondhand, fucking hand-me-downs. It's just.
It's all internal, too, that's annoying.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I don't know what they're going to do with GM. I don't know what they're going to do next year because Tim Anderson has a club option for $12 million. He's either getting traded in the offseason or by the break. He's got to go. Moncada, unfortunately, you're going to have to eat that contract and keep playing him.
But it's like changing the culture in there is going to be difficult because you have the same players. If you have a lot of them, if you have to run them back, right?
You got to get rid of Eloy. We already talked about that. He's got to go.
Yeah, because you're like at this point, I get that we all still are on the talent, but there's only really one guy who's like untouchable. That's Lou Bob.
That's it.
Like everybody else has chipped away at the confidence of fans and most likely the organization enough to where you could be like, yeah, it's time to either look at what you could get for him or go out and move him. But I just there's only one dude that I wouldn't touch. Everybody else needs to go, and they didn't do that, dude. Like that's something that I thought was necessary. Like you had to find a way to move on from one of these big names to show us what direction you're going in. Keeping them, they kept majority of them. I know Lance Lynn, Joe Kelly. Who else got traded?
Middleton,
Berger,
Giolito,
Berger. Yeah, Giolito's been shit though.
Right. Giolito's been shit, but I thought you should have done more to get like. Now I kind of I'm questioning. It's like, yeah, you got rid of a few guys, but you didn't get rid of enough to where it's like you're making this rebuild. It just looks like a retooling, and you're gonna end up with the same shit next year.
Right.
So it's like I was confused at where the fuck they were going from the start. Like I was like, why isn't this a clean house type of moment because of the lack of leadership?
Yes.
Because of the clicks, because of the bad play on the field. Like you had to hit the fucking reset button on this.
Right when they did the first rebuild, when they waved the white flag. This is a white flag moment. This is throwing the towel. We're done. Trade everybody but Lou Bob and bring up all the kids. See what they fucking can do. And if you can't do it, get the fuck out too. And it's just sad that they don't do that because the White Sox fans, and I know my Cubs fans give me a lot of shit. White Sox fans are very passionate about their team, and they only show up if the team is winning because we're not going to support a fucking losing team. I don't knock Wrigley. I don't knock the Cubs. I don't like some Cub fans because they're ignorant.
Like me.
No, you're not ignorant. You know who the fuck's playing on the team. Like, people that don't know their fucking starting rotation or who's on the field, those are the Cub fans I don't like. That's as simple as that. I don't mind going to Wrigley. It's a fun fucking time, and that's why people go. And now that you have a good team, it's even fucking better.
Night and day. I'm not going to make it a Cubs thing, but, like, this will be my last thing on the Sox. Like, if you look how we were talking about the Sox. We were like, oh, yeah, they're looking like the Cubs are doing. They're doing all this. They're doing all the right things. The things that the Cubs made sure that they got right was the manager for leadership.
Right.
Because you need somebody that everybody, could look up to. And the manager ended up getting the coaches right. Willie Harris, Mike Napoli. You got Tommy Hotovich. Even though Tommy Hotovich,
Willie Harris, White Sox player that was in our system, and we'd let him go.
Yeah, exactly. Willie Harris. I love Willie Harris at third base, dude.
He was when he was coaching our minor leagues. He was one of AA or AAA. They were winning.
Yeah.
Left and right because he made them hustle, and those are the guys like Eloy was on that team, and Moncada was on that team. They had Giolito. They had all those guys on that team. Yes, you had a bunch of talent, but he made them play together.
Right, exactly. And that's where there's a fracture because because your front office has no leadership, right? Nobody knows.
There's no clear leader.
Like, there's no clear leader. And nobody say Jerry, because Jerry, even though he wants to make himself a part of it, it's his team. I get it. And yeah, you'll reap the benefits if they ever win another World Series. But you are not the leader.
Nope.
Like, you're not the leader. You're the owner. You're not the leader. And you have to go find the leader to go ahead and make those right decisions. And he just has not done it. Period.
This is going down in history as how not to do a rebuild. If you're a GM, you come in, and I'm an owner, and I'm interviewing you. Oh, I want to rebuild this team. Okay, cool. Tell me how you're not going to be the White Sox. That's exactly what you're going to have to ask. Because Houston did it right. Orioles did it right. The Cubs did it right. Tell me how you're not going to be the White Sox. You're the one team that lost 100 games, traded everybody, and then built it from scratch and failed. Everyone else has been successful. That shows you they had no idea what they were doing.
Exactly.
All right, let's take a quick break.
Steven's gloating and all this. He's had the biggest smile as
I'm just like, but getting off, I used to work at Guarantee Rate. So Guarantee Rate is not having a great deal right now.
Yeah, speak of that, those shots.
Yeah.
Those shots fired.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even talk about that off air. But
no ice, baby. You got to have to put ice on that baby.
The counter to concert, yeah.
Now that we know there was no real shots fired in the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the conclusion, I guess, as of right now. I could see it's not as bad as I thought, because I thought somebody had gotten in.
So did I.
And started shooting in the stadium.
Right.
That's when I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on?
I'm like, can't this get any fucking worse?
Right.
Yeah.
But it is sucked. I hope the women that were hit are okay.
Yeah.
But that, talk about a horrible time.
Yeah.
Like, horrible.
This all happened in a matter of fucking week. 1 week. Holy shit! In 1 week.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, people are criticizing the White Sox, like, oh, you should have canceled the game. They didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And people are making fun of it, like, yeah, they canceled the concert for technical difficulties. Okay, you have to understand, there's about 35,000 people there for the concert, essentially. You don't want a mass hysteria of people running.
Right.
So that's why they canceled the concert of saying no technical difficulties. But I'm exhausted and drained from this organization.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And you're wearing a White Sox cap, and you still need to put a Cubs hat on.
I don't. Well, so the Cubs hat, I pulled it out. It doesn't fit, but I will. If we're here next week, I will pull out my Ryan Sandberg jersey.
Fine, I'll take it.
Deal.
Yeah.
Oh, and I still need my meal.
Yeah, I know.
There was a meal promised.
Yeah, there is a meal promised. Yeah, and now that I have a job and he doesn't, he needs that meal more than ever.
I was thinking, I'm like, man, I need that $200. Could we put that back?
Oh man!
But
yeah,
hey, man,
thanks.
I'm still gonna gloat about that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you won 2 bets, and we called you crazy.
Yeah.
And
quick update before we go. Cubs are tied now with the Pirates 1-1 in the second.
Okay,
Nice.
It's a winnable game. It's time to bet. Put your bets down. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk some Bears, and hopefully it'll be more upbeat.
Yeah, I felt like I was listening to a press conference.
No,
this one.
This was literally therapy for me. So we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride, so do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z.
Water on the weekend. Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Ivan, Big Z, and Stevie-B. Oh, we haven't played your song today.
We have not.
Where is it at? Where is it at? Here it is.
Ooh, yeah. Also, Steven Segments has a new song, by the way.
Yeah. I'll talk to you off air about that. I have some feedback. This is just a jam. It doesn't
sound good. I'm getting shit on. I'm reliving my trauma from last week Friday.
So it's time to talk some Bears.
I'm excited.
Oh, are you?
Down,
are you?
down.
Bear down? Are you ready? Are you ready for some Bears?
Yeah, I know. I always thought you were going to hit a Q button.
I am.
Cool.
I think I'll poke.
Oh, that's the baseball one. My bad. It's this one.
I'm excited.
You're excited?
I'm ready for football.
Yeah, well, fuck. I've been ready for football for a while.
Well, yeah, you got nothing to watch on TV.
I do. I watch my Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's going to be...
Got to go somewhere else.
Essentially, everybody who's a White Sox fan, please pick up a second team so you're not on suicide watch.
I'll say this. I remember Cubs fans specifically rooting for the was it 05-04 White Sox? Red Sox?
05. Oh, 04,
I was not
04 Red
rooting.
Sox.
Yeah, the 04 Red Sox.
04 Red Sox.
Yeah.
The Curse Breakers.
Right.
Yeah. I was rooting for that. Yeah. Not for the White Sox in 05. I was like, oh my God, this is the worst day of my life.
I thought this week was your first day.
No. It's pretty. It's up there.
It's up there. It's up there. Oh man, we give each other shit. So let's talk Bears. They played the Buffalo Bills in their final preseason game. They ended up losing, which really doesn't matter. I don't really care about wins and losses per preseason. Just want everybody healthy. But this week we had about 15 to 17 people that were injured or not practicing.
Right. 2 of them were offensive linemen, which is a big concern because that was a problem for last season.
Yeah, you had 2 offensive linemen. You had Eddie Jackson and Brisker both out in the secondary. It was. I mean, I understand sitting these people out. Like you cannot, even if it's like naggy, lingering injury, you want to be as healthy as you could be going into Week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. As you know, I'm not worried that they sat out this game. I'm kind of worried that you had so many guys hurt. Like it's not that they sat out. It's just like, are they hurt or are you just resting them? Like, is this a Bill Belichick move?
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you're just they're all hurt. Like they're all hurt. We're just gonna rest them and we're gonna bring in other guys to let them work, and we'll go from there. Just trying to evaluate some of the talent that's not like your top tier talent. But I mean, regardless of that, like I'm not too worried about it. If going into Week 1 you see the same shit, then I'll start panicking. But right now they got another week to another week off, and then they go right at it. So we'll see what happens. I'm not too worried.
Not too worried. Are we worried about you have Tevin Jenkins?
Tevin Jenkins, I mean, he's a concern. It is a concern. He was starting to settle in. I thought his mindset was right. Coming into the season, like he could be one of our best linemen, if not our best lineman, if he's healthy.
2 calf strains.
But 2 calf strains, and it's like you're just frustrated. It's frustration because you want him to be out there, you want him to be healthy, but then there's this, and last year he got hurt as well, and it's always something with Tevin Jenkins, and it's not to say that this is his fault whatsoever,
right?
But it's like, God, can you just be healthy and be out there?
Yeah.
Can you just do what we expecting you to do? And it just hasn't, it hasn't always worked out that way. When he's on the field and he's healthy, he's a fucking beast. But yeah, you got to be healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to watch the game because I was at the bowling tournament. You watched the game. Tyson, was it Bagent?
Looks like a stud.
Yeah,
looks amazing for the first 2 games that I saw him. I didn't get to watch. I know he's on the TV right now, but I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
I gotta say, guy's a stud.
He's got to be the number 2.
Easy.
Yeah. And he's played 4 years of college, has a ton of reps. You can see him in the pocket. Like, the way he moves, he's still able to run out if he has to.
It looks like the game is not fast for him.
Yep.
Where sometimes for Justin Fields, it looks like the game is too fast for him.
Right. And the thing with Fields right now, I've been noticing, is like he's not going like a whole lot of snaps. He's throwing like 6. He's like out there. He's not as much out there. So I'm kind of nervous to see what he does with the Packers.
Yeah.
I think they're just protecting him in that sense.
Like they just put a vanilla game plan here. Just work on this.
Yeah, they're gonna. I honestly think that they're working on specific plays, like. We just don't know. We're not there. We don't see the play sheet. I don't know what they're calling. I don't know what they're working on. Like, they're obviously not going out there in the preseason to necessarily win
the
game. Obviously, if that comes with it, if you win the game, like, go after the win. But you have to be conscious of that, going out there and getting the reps to the players that you want to have those reps, or running the plays that you want to see work out, or what do we have to do here? How do we fix this? How do we change this? You have to see those things. So it's like, I'm not saying people shouldn't deserve to go see Justin Fields play as much as they can, but you're not going to see that shit in the preseason. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like,
right.
I like to see other guys, like especially guys that are you're questioning, might be on the bubble. I like to watch them, but if we're worried about Justin Fields in the not getting taken in the preseason, it's like, I don't think that's the right thing to think about. Just because it's like, what would you want him to do? Like, and I'm not necessarily asking you, Steven. I'm just saying, like, what more did he need to do to prove from last year that or like, what more can he work on he just needs real time play. Like, he just needs real game time experience. It's like,
yeah, I agree, and I think a lot of us, Bears fans are very fickle. They overreact for everything. They're like, oh, we want to see the whole 1 + 2 = 6.
Yeah,
they want to throw send it to DJ Moore, and we want to see explosive plays. It's like, relax, it's only preseason. There's no need for all that. We don't need him getting hurt.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. Which all of that, I'm just saying, like, I'd like to see him like be more throws, I should say, get more reps. I think that's what preseason's for. I think we've always, judged his passing ability, and then I see him, still scramble and run.
But to Ivan's point is, you don't want a fucking lineman falling and rolling on his fucking leg.
Right.
Yeah, and there's been a couple plays like to that point, he has had a few plays downfield. Like, I know the first game there was all the 2 screens that were big, but he's had a big play to
big pass.
A big pass to DJ Moore this past game. Obviously DJ fought for some yards and got a big gain out of it.
Yeah.
But like I'm eager to see him in real time. Like, I already know what he could do in practice. To me, this is like watching a practice. Watching a preseason game, it's like watching a glorified practice.
Yeah.
But I just need to see it throughout a whole game consistently in real time. Like, when the lights are on and it's for real. So.
Any concerns on special teams with Velus Jones dropping those balls in the last couple of games?
Velus Jones ain't going to play.
Special
He's not going to return. Velus Jones should not. Velus Jones should be a last resort at return. If is it Tyler Scott? Or,
Tyler Scott, the wide receiver.
If Tyler Scott can't do it, or if
it looks like he's winning that job.
Yeah, I would imagine, because like he looked great when he was doing it in training camp. You have Pettis. I think Pettis is out now.
Yeah.
And then Velus, you just can't. You can't do it. You can't trust him. The last time he went out there, preseason game 2, he lets the first one land. Right in front. It was like 10, 15 yards in front of him. So he doesn't run up. And then the second one, he also lets land and then tries to jump up and catch it on the bounce. It's like,
no.
Where's your fucking head, dude? Like, why is this so hard for you to understand? Like, are you afraid somebody's just gonna come lay your ass out? Like, they can't touch you until you touch the ball, though.
Right.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm frustrated. Like, you see how frustrated
it is? You sound like a White Sox fan.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. It's very frustrating because, like, you cost 2 games. You cost 2 games last year. That play was big. I mean, it could have cost the preseason game. It's not that it means anything, but that would have been 3 games you cost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it working out with the Velus at kick returner. Maybe you'll be a great gadget guy, end around, throw him in the slot, see if he could,
Yeah.
break a big one. But no more for Vegas.
Thank God. I know DJ Moore was taking reps in practice, but there's no way in hell you want DJ Moore returning kicks.
No, I don't. I really don't. I let DJ Moore be the star wide receiver we're paying him to be.
Yeah.
Let Tyler Scott, let these younger guys go out and do it.
Right. Let them earn a spot. You're not on the offense. Well, fuck it. Do it on special teams.
Exactly.
Travis Gibson requested a trade.
All right. See you, Travis. I mean,
See you later.
It's not like I don't like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, good luck to you. Like, you had opportunities. It didn't really come to fruition here. Maybe you'll find your niche somewhere else. It is what it is. Terrell Lewis is looking great. I don't think you cut him. And then, you got Yannick Ngakoue on the other side. It's like you're kind of, you're the odd man out. So if you think you have what it takes to be a number one guy, like you're going to end up going to a team that is probably not that great. You know what I'm saying? Like you're probably not going to go to a great team right now because I'm sure all the other good teams have pass rushers. Unless they're, they bring you on because like they have the money and you're like a luxury piece and they're ready to win now.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. But other than that, I mean, Travis is an underwhelming player. He was an underwhelming player when he was here. I mean, he's still here, but if he leaves, he was just that underwhelming. I thought he was going to be a bigger contributor in the pass rush. Never was.
Former Bear, Tariq Cohen wants to make a comeback. I mean, obviously he's not going to be with the Bears. We're good at running back.
I mean, all right, Tariq. Look, I mean, good luck, Tariq. I don't know what it's.
He's a freak of nature for his size.
Right.
But you've taken years off, so I don't know what you've been doing in those years.
Right.
To your body, like I don't know if you've been keeping up. Like you take off of football a few years, man, and it's like you start feeling things like that you never felt earlier, and you start feeling better, or like it's a weird kind of transition. Like I get having the itch to go back and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, are you prepared? Like, is your body prepared?
Also, you didn't do no OTAs. You didn't do any NFL workouts. Your body's not ready.
Nobody's seen you in years.
Right. Unless you're posting TikToks like Steven.
Good ones, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm dancing.
He's sprinting in the park. You didn't see him?
Yeah.
He's winging it around. Have the Bears fixed Alex Leatherwood?
That's a big sigh.
Because you don't know what to make of this guy.
I wouldn't say they fixed him. I wouldn't say he's fixed. I just say he's found a role.
Okay.
Here with us. Some way, somehow, like he still has huge mistakes. Like he's not the guy that he was recruited as coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, or not, he wasn't a number one pick, but
we got him from
a top tier first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
You get him from Oakland, or
right.
I'm sorry, Vegas.
Yeah.
But at this point in his career, it's just like, if you could be a solid contributor and work yourself up to be a decent starter, I think that's probably your best bet at this point. If he's ready to go, like all I could say for Alex Leatherwood, if, your number's called, be ready to go. If he's starting because of Tevin, well, you better be ready. You best be ready because they're going to go ahead and move you if you don't have your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're going to find the best five and they're going to stick with those guys. So I think this first month is still, weirdly enough, evaluation time. Like you'll know who you are in the first month of the season. I feel like, you could always change that. Like you'd always change that. But after those first 4 weeks, you kind of have an idea of how this team is prepared.
It's a tough first 4 weeks. The Packers, Bucks, Chiefs, Broncos.
Well,
2-2 would be best.
That's what I'm thinking. 2-2.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you beat the Chiefs, and I think the Broncos game is going to be a tough one.
Yeah. So I was looking at this last night. The Bears posted the photo of number 17.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm reading the comments on here.
Mm-hmm.
One of them sticks out. It's like, how does the quarterback number 2 look better than quarterback number 1?
Well, he's playing against second tier guys.
Second and third string guys.
He did get some reps with the first team in his last game, but
And it's just like it goes on, and then there's all like Justin Fields sucks. Quarterback one, and it's just crazy.
I'm telling you,
I'm just going.
There's just a whole bunch of Justin Fields hate, and it's like you can't really take any of them serious as you want, because like some of them are just like, oh, he sucks. All he does is run. He's a running back. It's like, Doug, like the guy, he throws dimes, man. Like he could throw the football. Maybe our offensive line should just give some more time, like make it a little cleaner, because he's evading pressure.
Right.
Like he's evading pressure, clearly evading pressure. I don't know. People are just haters.
And then,
they are, and
people are saying like this guy's going to be the week 3 starter.
But the thing is, Tyson Bagent does look fucking good. He does look like he belongs. And honestly, that's a fucking great problem to have.
Yes.
If you have 2 quarterbacks, solid quarterbacks, when have the Bears had 2 solid quarterbacks?
Never.
It's never. So this is a fucking fantastic problem. If Tyson Bagent is, a guy who can progress and who could develop, he looks good right now. I know that. He looks pretty good with what he's done so far, but Justin Fields is the quarterback. Let's not jump to conclusions. He is a rookie, and he's an undrafted rookie at that. Let's just see what happens.
Pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes. Number 2, QB2 is a great start for Tyson Bagent.
And everybody loves the backup quarterback. Yeah. Everyone.
Greasy. What was it?
I was an Orton fan.
Orton. There you go. Kyle Orton.
I like Orton.
I loved Orton. But we're excited for. There's not much talk about Bears because they're not playing in preseasons, whatever preseason.
Yeah, but in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we're looking at September 10th, 3:25 against the Packers. Where are we watching the game?
I mean,
it's gonna be at a bar, right?
I might be at the crib.
Oh.
I got the deck if you guys want to come outside.
Well, that's cool.
That sounds like a good time.
And then have Jose grill.
I'm sure. Why not? Well, it's his house. Why am I going to grill on his? What do you mean? That's disrespecting the man. Steven's bringing a sausage.
For Jose to work.
Get in the kitchen.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. Like we could watch it anyway. I don't give a shit. Like, just let me know. But I got to do a podcast right after.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm excited. I really am.
Actually, no. I might be. Actually, I will be. I'll have already started my new job.
Okay.
So I won't be.
God, everyone has a fucking job.
It's 2 to 10:30. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I won't be able to do shit.
I guess we're going to the bar, Jose.
We're going to the bar.
I'll show my wiener there.
Yes, please.
Ask me about my wiener.
Oh man.
All right. Any other Bears takes, notes? Nothing,
man. I think we're just ready. Like Steven said, we're all just eager for it to start. Let's see what happens.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Stirring the Pot after a word from our sponsor.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride, so do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order. Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride, so do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
for 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey, this is comedian Ken Garr, and I was just a guest on the True Chicago Sports Fans podcast with Big Earl G Money and a bunch of weirdos. So tune in.
Watch your mouth, cabron.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Big Z. We got Stevie-B and Ivan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again.
Oh, yeah. Stir that pot. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. It's time for Stirring the Pod. All right, so, Steven, what do you got for us this week?
So, you know me. I'm always looking up, like, food things, what's going on in the food area.
Yeah.
Because I'm always hungry. Mm-hmm. But Arby's, for a $9.6 billion deal for the restaurant chain to acquire Subway.
Where the fuck do they have 9 points? There's one Arby's in Chicago.
Yeah, and there's...
It's downtown.
I don't even think it's there anymore.
Oh, is it gone?
I think it's gone because it was in the basement where the Daily Center is.
No, there was another one on, I can't remember what the street was. But that was years ago when I used to work downtown. But there was one on, there used to be one on, I think, Roosevelt and Manheim around there, and that closed.
Yeah, there's one in Bedford Park and there's one in Schaumburg because I've eaten at both of those.
So if there's fucking two, how the fuck do they have $9-point-something billion?
Well, I know they also own Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, they do?
So they have Dunkin' money.
Oh, they got, that's Dunkin'.
So, which makes sense, but... yeah, you know how many Subways throughout the whole world? There's like at least
every corner.
334,000 stores worldwide, I think.
That's like one of the major franchises besides Dunkin'.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's pretty crazy. Yeah, and Wendy's had a chunk of Arby's like percentage for some time, but then Arby's got their stuff back. So their steaks and everything. So for that what did I say?
I don't even. Let me
$9.6 billion. So, again, I don't know how Arby has the money. I know Dunkin' has a lot because Dunkin'. What do you guys drink, Dunkin'?
In a pinch, yeah. I mean, I'm not even in a pinch. If I have a tasting for it, I'll go to Dunkin'. But usually I either brew my own coffee or don't drink coffee at all, just because.
Same.
Like lately. Dude, actually this morning, my wife made me like a half calf? Couldn't do it, bro. I was like water. I started getting like the jitters. Can't do coffee anymore in my old age.
I haven't drinking coffee. I don't need to wake up early, so. But no, I usually don't drink coffee.
I'm looking at
because I'm usually hungover and I need that refresher from Starbucks.
I'm looking at the menu.
But their mozzarella sticks are actually pretty good.
Okay, so Arby's has boneless wings or chicken nuggets for roasted turkey, ranch, and bacon sandwich.
Sounds good.
Hush puppy breaded fish. No, thank you. Chicken wraps. Roast beef gyro. The Greek gyro.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No. Crispy buffalo chicken wrap. Okay. More nuggets. Corned beef Reuben meal, chicken bacon. They have like every fucking type of food here. Obviously, they have the chief beef and cheddar.
That's their staple.
Right. Classic French dip and Swiss meal, and the smokehouse brisket meal.
And it's also their horsey sauce. That's like the big thing.
Horsey sauce?
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
Right.
It's actual semen from the horse.
Oh my god!
There's nothing that looks appetizing on this menu.
No.
How the fuck?
Especially now that I know they have horsey sauce.
No, I'm being serious. It is actually called horsey sauce, but it's not. It's not made of that stuff from horses.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but it's not. While you're digging into that, I do say that Jimmy John's is also trying to get into hot sandwiches, doing a meatball thing, doing like a chicken parm thing.
Anything Jimmy John does, I fucking love. Jimmy John's is a great sandwich place.
So I know they're doing like the summer wraps. I love the summer wraps. I think they're amazing, but they want to do more things for like Subway. So everyone's giving like backlash on it because like, oh, you're going to be like Subway. Doesn't really matter.
Well, Subway got sued for so much shit for shit not being what they said it was.
I know. I used to work there.
Exactly.
Especially the tuna. You're like, you don't know what that is. That's not tuna.
It's something.
It comes in a powdered bag, and then you pour it into the bowl, and then you throw a whole bag of mayonnaise, and then you stir it. Because I used to work there. I had to make it. It's a powdered bag.
Wow. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny because I used to eat. That's how I eat. Well, I eat the tuna.
I don't even eat tuna in general.
I do.
I love tuna.
I can't.
Tuna, mayonnaise, and then throw onions.
I was actually
tomatoes.
gonna buy tuna that was like mixed with barbecue buffalo sauce.
That I won't do.
So I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing that looks good here is the curly fries, and just because I fucking love curly fries.
Actually, tuna and buffalo does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was in a package at Target.
Yeah, the single package.
Yeah.
Don't be deceived because curly fries always look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So it
always
could be
hard
like-
to dip them in ketchup, though. I think that's the hard part for me.
I like the.
I'm pretty slow, and it's
Dump a bunch of hot cheese on the curly fries.
Hell yeah.
I'm
lactose intolerant, and I still fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Arby's is a hell no, right?
I mean, I don't mind.
I've never had it, and I don't think I want to have it.
It's not like something I'll go to.
If Arby's was like the last thing on the road, right after like a long trip, and you're like, "Yo, there's nothing else at the Oasis but
You
the
do
Arby's."
see that. That's where you see it when you're traveling.
Right.
I've never seen them there.
Yeah, when you're traveling, they're like, oh, next stop, we have
right.
McDonald's, Arby's, Wendy's. That's where they're at.
Yeah,
in the middle
that
of
makes
fucking
sense.
nowhere.
Yep, the Oasis.
Yeah.
Is it Oasis?
Yeah, they're gone now. There's no more.
There's no more Oasis?
No more Oasis. What?
There's only one that's by Hinsdale, but the one by O'Hare, the one that's like right in between Schiller Park, that was gone because I used to work there. That whole thing is gone. And
They
it
got
happened.
One, they got one by Lake Forest, the Lake Forest Oasis.
Yeah. There used to be like 6 in a row.
Yeah.
And then now there's like, what, 2?
Yeah. All right, so Arby's. I know you have the meats, but I'm not going there.
Oh, I got the meats, brother.
All right, before we get out of here, what are you guys watching that is in sports?
Oh, I'm gonna watch the Mario movie and the.
Oh shit! I forgot that's on Peacock.
Yeah, I know. I've been waiting to see it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, thank you, because like I've been asking people like, don't tell me anything, but tell me how good it is.
And there's a lot of Easter eggs, so be on the lookout.
Okay, and then I'm gonna watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
I did watch the new Guardians. I thought it was good. I don't think it was great, but I thought it was good. That's it. That's all. 2 things. I know you don't have a lot of time.
No, I got no time. Like I mean, other than watching sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of time.
Yeah. So Fortnite just dropped a new season. So everyone's
Steve is rocking out with his cock out on Fortnite.
yeah. No. So that's pretty much it. I watched a couple of episodes of Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah, I've been watching that. That's good.
Which is pretty good. What else have I been watching? I finished This Fool.
Oh yeah, This Fool was great.
That was fantastic. On Netflix, Tim Robinson show. That he's a funny guy. He was in Detroiters.
No.
Anyway, he has like these like it's kind of like a spinoff of like Dave Chappelle. Like you know how we do these like little skits.
Mm-hmm.
So he does those skits, and it's super funny. And it's hilarious. It's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. So there's like individual skits. One of them is like they have the skit is like there's these 3 babies and it's like making who has the cutest dimples, who's the best baby. But one of them, they give them kind of like a personality identity. So one of them is a rock star. And then you have a guy saying, "Fuck you, baby."
Jesus.
He's like
aggressive.
He's like, "I hate that fucking baby. If that baby wins, like I'm gonna fucking kill this person next to me." Like it's that funny. It's my kind of dark humor. But no. So
Steven's going off the rails, people.
Slowly but surely. I need stability in my life. So if you have a job, but yeah. That's pretty much what I've been watching. Yeah.
I'm trying to finish the Flash show.
And the movie.
Yeah, I keep falling asleep.
I mean, the movie is pretty bad.
You watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it in theaters. I didn't want to, but I went.
I didn't want to, but
I think, I mean, Michael Keaton, part of it is pretty good. I think that it's an okay movie. I would give it a 4.5 out of 10.
Yeah. The only reason why Gotham was clean and it was the safest city was because Michael Keaton was killing all his villains.
Got to get rid of him, man.
Yeah.
That's why Gotham was like the safest city in the world. He didn't have to be Batman.
I'm not a big fan of Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Me either.
His neurotic, like, oh my god,
He doesn't even come off as smart, and Barry Allen's smart.
Barry Allen's a fucking genius, right?
Right.
And that's why they wanted, what's his name, Gustafson or whatever. His name?
Who's the Flash in the TV show?
Yeah, and why didn't they use him as part of one of the cameos?
I don't know.
That's
But do you bring
so
George
stupid.
Clooney?
That fucking blew my mind. Like, really? So at the end,
Nipple
of the movie,
Batman.
Yeah, nipple Batman. Right? I'm like, really? You had Ben Affleck, you had Michael Keane, and you brought George Clooney.
Well, they asked Christian Bale to come back, and he
said
said
no.
no.
He said, "Fuck no."
They've been poaching with for 6 months, and he kept saying no.
No, he will only work with Christopher Nolan. He said that. He's like, I'm not doing a Batman if it's not Christopher Nolan. Simple.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And
Yeah.
I've been rewatching the Batman again. I love that movie with Robert Pattinson.
I have to rewatch it because I thought it was pretty solid. Like it wasn't.
It's a
It
detective
wasn't my
story.
favorite. Yeah, it wasn't my overall favorite, but it wasn't bad. Like I liked it. I definitely like the Batmobile being more of a car.
Yeah.
Than
The sound
tank.
of it.
Right.
Oh,
right.
sexy.
Oh yeah.
No, that's a solid movie. I really love the Riddler.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what the Riddler is, right?
Yeah.
Leaving these clues, and then he actually plays a detective. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. I was a Riddler for Halloween last year. About the whole get up and everything.
Did you tape your face too?
Jim Carrey Riddler?
No. The Riddler from that movie. So I have the mask and everything. Yeah, the trench coat, all that shit.
Can I borrow that trench coat?
Yeah. Are you going to the park with that trench coat?
Hey kids.
Hey kids.
All right, that's
see we went there. Yeah.
No thanks.
You set yourself up for that one.
You guys made it dark.
Oh man. Okay, give me the mask too. Since you have
anything you're excited to see before we get out of here? Any movies coming out that we're excited to see?
No, I mean Miss Marvels are coming out, but that's in November, and that's far away.
Man.
I'd see it.
Not for me.
Yellowstone did announce that they're coming back in November.
I'm not a Yellowstone guy.
Me either.
What? It's so good.
Like you own land.
He owns all of Montana.
And you're a big. Okay, cool. You're not a politician. You don't do anything fun.
He's a politician. He's the governor now.
Oh.
See, you gotta watch the show. It's good. It's good. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Loki, when does that come out?
A little bit, but everything's been pushed back because of this whole strike thing still going on.
Yeah.
Maybe people got to go work at Arby's now.
Right.
Or In-N-Out.
I wish we had an In-N-Out here.
See, I'll eat In-N-Out, but it's just not I just got to be real about it. It's okay. It's
and the fries are always cold.
It's a decent burger, and the fries aren't
They're okay.
they don't knock my socks off.
Right. But the
Candelario just hit a home run.
There you go. See, I told you to put the bet in.
Man, it's good to be a Cubs fan.
Wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what winning baseball looks like if it hit me in the head. I think literally I'm just excited for Loki and that other show, and that's pretty much it. So I think it's time to get out of here.
It is. I gotta go.
Yeah, you got to go across state lines. I don't know if you can do that under the law.
Burger King waiting for me outside.
Burger King?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, y'all. Thanks for.
You didn't get any, Jose.
That's okay. I'll go get some Arby's. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. A big thank you to our sponsors, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Grit Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to gritclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Get your shirts now. Check out Steven's show. Yeah.
No Water of the Weekend.
That's right.
We recorded on Friday, so by the time you're listening to this,
it'll already be out.
It'll be out. But,
hopefully.
Yeah. But bear with us because it was late. I think it was 11 o'clock when we did it.
Yeah, I know. You gave me shit on your last episode, too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just walk it off.
All that negativity, look where it got you. Same place. Unemployed.
I'll take it any part of the day, of the week.
Ivan, where can they find your show?
Oh yeah, go ahead on YouTube, X, Facebook. Search The Tape Never Lies, and you'll be able to watch us live whenever post Bears game halftime if you're a patron on our Patreon channel.
That's awesome.
And then Wednesday nights, always we're keeping it 100. Wednesday night 7:30 to whenever we decide to end it. So, yeah, check us out on all those platforms. If you want to find me, go ahead, IvanV_TTNL on X.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, shout out to Ronesh, Panic, Serious Beats, and Custom Made for the beats we played on today's show. Check out paniconabeat.com for your moment merchant gear. Check us out on social media. You can find us on X at True Shy Fans. Actually, I changed the handle to TCSF Pod, so that's where you can find us. TCSF Pod on the X. Got a question, got a stir in a pot, want to bust my balls, TrueChicagoSportsFans@gmail.com. All right, y'all. For Stevie-B and Ivan, I am Big Z. We'll see you next time for episode 159. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
A few moments later.
Wait, the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were.
This is not how we wanted it to go. You almost can't even make it up. It's that bad.
Oh, my goodness! Didn't see that coming! What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
You have a lot of incest. That's real.
Shut your mouth!
Lover boy.
Nature versus nurture, Lodge. Nature always wins.
I think he's on steroids.
Hasta luego, amigos! That's all. I shouldn't have had those artichoke poppers.
Thanks, Cubs!